Good evening, everyone. I am Nida Fareen, speaking on behalf of the Radicals. Hello and welcome to the Radicals. We are glad to welcome you all in this very informative and interesting webinar and interactive session on the journey of a PIL. We are privileged to welcome our today's guests, our very amazing seniors, Mr. Siddhant Das sir and Ms. Rajdeep Kaur ma'am. We will give the floor to our guests to present their insights on PIL as well as to understand their petition filed in the High Court of Chhattisgarh, that is Siddhant Das and others versus UGC and others. Then we will take questions from the student at the end of the session. So have all your queries noted down, friends. So without any further ado, I invite Siddhant Das sir to take over. Over to you, sir.
Amira, I will be giving the introduction.
Actually, Rajdeep will start.
Okay, ma'am.
Hello, wishing you all a very good evening. I, Rajdeep and Siddhant are here to talk about today's webinar topic, the journey of PIL in India. As the name suggests, PIL means public interest litigation. The name itself is self-explanatory. PIL refers to litigation undertaken to secure public interest and demonstrates the availability of justice to socially disadvantaged parties. PIL PIL cases may arise from both public and private law matters. PIL are mostly used to challenge the decision of public authorities by judicial review. The value of public interest litigation can clarify the law, hold the public bodies to account by ensuring that they make appropriate decisions. It also helps in develop the law by giving judges the opportunity to interpret legislation. It also gives vulnerable people a voice by highlighting important issues, and it raises awareness of important issues, encouraging public debate and media coverage. So history of PIL dates back to 1979 when a petition was filed on Kapila Hingorani against the plight faced by the prisoners of Tihar jail. This petition was heard before the bench headed by Justice P.N. Bhagwati. The case name was Hussaina Khatun versus State of Bihar. And this case of S.P. Gupta versus Union of India, the Supreme Court defined the term PIL. Some landmark cases of PIL are Vishakha versus State of Rajasthan, MC Mehta versus Union of India. PIL is defined under Article 32 and 226 of Indian Constitution. And Article 32 is for Supreme Court and 226 is for High Court. There are various issues for which you all can file a PIL. But the most important element is that it should be for public welfare and not for any individual use. For filing of a PIL, a nominal amount of fee is required to deposit in the court. Now let's take an example. During this pandemic, many PILs have been filed by various individuals in different states across the country. But the apex court had now clubbed all the matters together for faster hearings. In last year, me and my friend, who are also my classmates, too filed a petition before Honorable High Court of Chhattisgarh, that is WPC 1820 of 2020, which will be explained further by Siddhant Das. Siddhant, I'm handing towards you.
Hello. Am I audible?
Yes, a bit louder.
Okay. So, good evening. Myself Siddhant Das, and I am here to explain you about the petition which I and my other friend had filed before the Honorable High Court of Chhattisgarh. So, before
Siddhant,
moving towards, hello, hello, hello.
Sir, please come closer to the mic.
Am I audible now?
Yes, a bit more closer and louder, please.
Hello. Okay,
Yes,
wait.
sir.
Now is it okay?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Uh, So before moving towards the petition, I would like to tell why we had filed the petition. So last year, due to COVID-19 pandemic, all the colleges and universities were shut down, and the colleges and schools were running an online manner. So, and we had a semester examinations also. So one day, on one fine day, the university, Amity University Chhattisgarh, had circulated a hello, am I audible?
Yes, sir. Please continue.
Had had circulated a circular which stated that all the intermediate students, semester students, except the final year students, have been given granted general promotion. So after knowing that, after reading that circular, we all the students were very happy. But however, on the very next day, the Bar Council of India had amended that circular and directed all the universities to conduct the examination of all the intermediate semester students on the reopening of colleges. So after this, we we all thought why not to file a case. So went to a lawyer and we discussed this issue with him. So he suggested, why don't you guys basically send a mail and to the university and to the Bar Council of India. So after discussing with him, we made a detailed representation to the Amity University Chhattisgarh and to the Bar Council of India. However, the Bar Council of India had completely ignored our representation, and then we thought of filing a petition. So whenever we file a petition, the Article 226 empowers us to file a petition in the High Court, and whereas in 32 in Supreme Court. So we went to a lawyer's house. He helped us in drafting the petition. We drafted the petition, and then he took us to the High Court. And that time the High Court were also running on an online phase. So then after going to the High Court, he took us to the filing section. He elaborated us and discussed. We discussed how to file a petition. Then after that, after acceptance, because after filing we get a date, and after getting that date is very important for a petition, because on that date the Honorable High Court will either accept a petition or will reject a petition. So on that date, I don't remember the date, but on that date, our petition was accepted by the Honorable Court, and then the Honorable Court had given notices to all the respondents. There were mainly four respondents. The first respondent was University Grants Commission. The second was the Bar Council of India. The third was Bar Council of Chhattisgarh, and the fourth was the Amity University Chhattisgarh. So the main grievance of us was that why only because that notice which was issued by the Amity University and the Bar Council of India. Okay, but then why only law students, and that too intermediate semester students? So it was violation of Article 14 and 21. So this was our main issue, and our main grievance was with the Bar Council of India. So after the first date, the notices were issued, but the respondents were deliberately not filing the reply. So after a few days, again a new notification was passed by the Honorable Bar Council of India, which stated that which stated that any intermediate semester student can give the exam in an online manner. So after this, on the next date of petition the hearing, the Honorable High Court had passed judgment. According to that judgment, we the petitioners could give our exams in the online manner whenever we want, and we will not be penalized by the Amity University Chhattisgarh, and Amity University should um, shall follow the guidelines which is given by the Bar Council of India. This was the case. And Abhishek, can you please share the screen with us so that everyone can see that petition?
Yes, sir. Nida will do that. Nida, please.
Sir, I have made you host. You can share the screen.
I am using the mobile right now, so can you make Abhishek the host? He can share it.
Yes, sure.
Sir, actually, I am also using phone. Nida, try to share it if you are using PC. Let me again reshare you the document, then you will be able to do that actually. Yes, Nida, it's visible.
See, basically, this is judgment which was passed by the Honorable High Court. So I had sent Abhishek one more document. Can you just put that, show that?
Yes, sir.
And now can you just tell me that whether I'm audible or not? Because I changed the earphone.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Now you
sir.
are absolutely audible.
Okay. That time maybe the earphone was an issue. See, this is the, so not that.
Nida, that one.
See, this is the format of a petition. This is a rough petition, okay? Um, See, in that you can see in the Honorable High Court of Chhattisgarh Bilaspur, this is the index, okay? In the most essential part of a petition is the annexures, because annexures play an important role. Whenever you will file a petition, you should have a proper set of annexures. See, these all are the annexures. The copy of the directions of BCI, okay? Then the copy of the notice that 26th May 2020, the copy of the guideline issued by the secretary, okay? These all are the annexures, okay? Copy of the academic calendar. So can you just scroll down? Scroll down. See, this page is the cost title, okay? In this, basically all the petitioners and respondents are names are given, okay? See, V4 are the petitioners, and see the respondents side. See, these four are the respondents. Okay, scroll down. This is the subject matter in brief, which I have just discussed with you all. Okay, that what was the grievance? Hmm. These are the facts of the case. These all are the facts, and basically, when we had filed the petition, this petition, and after the court had accepted this petition, and I told you that all the notices were issued. So, and after the notices and after the all the procedures, because it was my first time that I had filed a petition. So, after the petition had filed and after the all the hearings, I remember it was 11th of December. The Honorable Court had passed an order against and judgment. So now, can you show us the judgment, that PDF prior to this one? See, this is the judgment. See, here from here it will start. Learned counsel for the petitioners would submit that the petitioners are the students pursuing 5-year law degree. Okay, this is the judgment passed by the Honorable High Court, and it clearly states that we all the four petitioners can give our exams whenever we want. Okay, and the college or the university cannot penalize us. Okay, this was the judgment passed by us. So this was only the petition which we had filed, and PIL are completely different from petition. See, this the petition which I had filed was for my own benefit. Okay, so this was a petition. Whereas if I would have filed for the whole, I mean, for a whole society for a noble cause, then it would have been a PIL. So this is the difference, major difference between a PIL and a petition. Okay, so if are there any questions?
Yes, you both have explained it very well, both Rajdeep ma'am and you, sir, about the PIL and especially about the case which you have filed. And now I would like to request all the participants who would have any question, then you may please raise your hand. Any participants, if you have any kind of questions or queries, then you may please raise your hand. So, sir, basically, I had a question actually. Sir, as you had filed this case even before you graduated as a law student, I would like to know about the experiences and the learnings which you had gained and your advices to all the upcoming law students. How would it help them?
Okay, see, basically, um, I'm still not a graduate. Okay, so when I'm in college, okay, I saw that this is just a violation of my right. Okay, that right to life and right to life. See, then I filed a petition. Many of them were objecting that, why Siddhant, don't file the petition. Okay, so so when I filed this petition, okay, I was a bit scared because the fourth respondent's name is over here is MIT University Chhattisgarh. See, I thought that when I will file a petition against MIT, okay, they will start harassing me. But the thing was like that. Okay, they also knew whenever you file something for a no for your own benefit, then why will they interfere? So this was, so I would like to motivate my all my juniors, my friends. Okay, that you should also fight and you should also file a petition.
Yes,
Hello.
actually, even me and my friends were having a discussion prior to this. That even if we speak against our teacher in a general online class, then only we fear about what will happen in the internals. But you not only spoke against the teacher or your faculties, but you raise against the whole university. So it actually inspires us, and it sets an example that if you are right and if you have a proper reason why you are doing it, then you don't need to be fearful of this, of the fact that they may treat you personally. So that's the very great thing about this, sir. And sir, I would also like to know that when you had filed this petition, after that, have you seen you basically you got coverage, your judgment, your proceedings, and all this? I myself have read articles of this on Live Law, I think, and so all these things actually adds up a bit to the career of a law student, you can say. Would you like to say anything about this, sir?
Yes. See, before the filing of the petition, I had no idea about Dusty notice. Dusty notice is a term. Okay. it is in a dusty notice, and I even was not aware about how to file a petition. Okay, so basically after the filing of the petition only I got to know about the dusty notice. What is dusty notice? Okay, then how do you file a petition? What are the annexures? How do you annex documents? Okay, how do you file petition, the copy? How many sets of the petition are to be are to be printed out? How much how much copies are to be given to the each respondent? See, so this all after filing the petition only I have got to I got to know.
Yes,
So
so basically the technical aspects which we can only learn when we do
hmm,
it.
hmm.
Yes,
So this was the benefit of filing a petition, that I got to know about the legal terms. Okay.
yes. I would again request any of our participants who would have any kind of questions, you may please ask to our guests. You may please raise your hand, then sir, I would now request to both of you, sir and ma'am, to please share your valuable guidance, as we are in our first year only, and we have, unfortunately we have not met physically, and we are lacking uh, in your guidance. So both of you can please share your guidance and experiences of the law school, and are basically what we can do in our future years.
See, first of all, basically, I'm very proud of you all, because when we were in our first year, okay, we were not aware about this online platforms, and now you and your team have started this online platform, that the Radicals. It is a online platform, I guess, you know, regarding
Yes,
related
sir.
to providing information. Okay, public speaking. Okay,
Yes,
so
sir.
for that, I would like to say that you guys are very good. Okay, and we will definitely meet after this COVID-19. Hello.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir. We will definitely, sir.
It was nice session.
Okay. Yes, sir and ma'am. And I think now we can wind up our this very amazing session. We have also recorded this, and we will be posting this on our YouTube, and we'll be sharing to our co-students who are studying with us. It will be definitely helpful for them, and we will also be sharing those two documents, the judgment and the petition. It will also be helpful for all of us to read. And sir and ma'am, again, I would like to thank both of you for taking out time for all of us student, and for guiding us. It was very amazing experience to have you on our platform, and we are always thankful for that, sir and ma'am. And thank you so much, sir and ma'am.
Welcome.
To you also, Abhishek. And you
Thank you,
can,
ma'am. Thank you, sir.
yes.
You were saying something, Rajdeep?
Yes, ma'am, please continue.
I was just saying, if you need any help, you can always ask any of our classmates and us too. They will always be there for you.
Yes, ma'am, that's so generous of you. We will definitely, ma'am. Thank you so much, sir and ma'am. Now we can end the session.
Thank you. Take care.